Yo, what's going down, Commanders? Just a few things that I don't think we'll see with CC18. Kixeye not going to bother because it doesn't generate them as much money as they would love to be able to. So the first one would be the go-go bar being more interactive with the way you test. And what I mean by that, instead of having one angle you can attack, you can have, say, attack one. That'd be attack one. You place the tunes in your in that platoon spot, then you can move around to attack position 2 and up to 5 positions, same as what a player would get if they was hitting your base, so you could test your base properly. So go-go bar being much more interactive with the players, so you could actually literally make it so it's 5 attacks and you could select which place each attack comes in at what time. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 obviously, and you can pick all the units that you want to put in each platoon. Next one is a no-brainer. I think this one they might put in there, who knows, but it would be a 6th tower bunker. I've seen so many people asking for this, just to even it up, to make your base more symmetrical. It makes it simpler for us to make a base design basically with an even number of turrets, platforms, and etc. So towers being a 6th one would be the next logical step, which I doubt we're going to get. Another step I would love to see coming with CC18 is viewable offline attacks. What I mean by that is it records the previous 2 attacks. If you're offline and someone hits you once and then someone hits you a second time, you can go back and review the attack. Not by the play-by-play, you can actually view the attack, so it's a recorded attack. I believe they have got that in Battle Pirates as it stands, so the Battle Pirates have got the viewable attacks. I believe it's one of this or the other one that I'm going to bring up in a minute. It's one of them two that's actually in there, so you can see previous attacks when you're offline. You can then adjust your base accordingly to how it plays out when they are attacking you. Next one would be to be able to view online attacks. So if your mate's being attacked by someone or your mate's attacking someone, so many X amount of players can get into that attack and view the attack as it's happening, play it out, and we all can learn from that. So that would be another thing that if we'll ever see it. I believe it's that one or the recorded attacks is in Battle Pirates. It might even be both, I don't know. So if it's in Battle Pirates, the Battle Pirates code isn't that far off of or isn't supposed to be that far off the War Commander code. It shouldn't be a big deal to bring it into excuse me, I do have a drink there, to give us a spectator mode and a viewable offline hit. At least one would be the nicest thing, but 2 would be even golden if you got attacked twice, say for instance. Let me just make sure I've gone through everything. Viewable attacks, offline attack, spectator mode, yes. I think they're the big things that the players want, and I would love to see more when you go into the base editor. We did have it for about 2 weeks. We could literally hold down a space bar and it would select half the base, and you could move it as long as it was within the parameters of your borders. You can see my borders ain't maxed out, but as long as it was in the parameters, you could literally move it out slightly, move it in slightly. You could select, so you hold down a space bar. If I come out of that, if you hold down a space bar and you wanted to select, say for instance, that many buildings, when you're in the you could select them and then just move them forward, move them back, do what you want. We had that for about 2 weeks, and Kixeye literally took it off us. It was in the game, so that's something that I truly believe that Kixeye could put into the game, bring back to the table at least. Instead of going the way with a building that spawns floating mines, I don't think there's any place for that. If you're going to have floating mines, it's got to be on the mines that we've got already. If you're putting a building in the base, they know what building to attack to kill the mine. What would be the point in that? And I'm not saying we need a lot of floating mines or airborne mines. We need a small number to adjust so we can account for attacking air. Obviously people will be able to not manipulate it but counter it, but a building, nah, don't make sense to me. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I'm sure there's more that I've missed out here. There's a lot of things that people have brought up and said they'd love to see, but these are the ones I've heard the most noise about, which is definitely the bunker tower 6th one. The go-go bar is more of a one that I've brought up and I've thought about for a while, where you can literally select 5 attack spots and put the tunes in as you want them. So it's more of an interactive attack, go-go bar attack than a one-off platoon attack. That would be more interesting for me. Viewable attacks if you're offline, so the last attack that you got, or what I'd like to see the last two, but last one, if we had to deal with it, that would be a nice thing. Base designs is a big one. They've got it in Battle Pirates. Why haven't we seen it? It's been in Battle Pirates for years. Why haven't we got at least 2 different base designs, so we haven't got to fuck around with our bases for hours? Say for Invasion, the way Invasion works nowadays, you just make your base as small as possible, then put your tunes around the best tune of the minute around the outside, and you just keep hitting defend until you've got the time that you want. Unless they're going to change the way Invasion works and make it more of go back to the old way, where you literally had to move your CC into certain spots at certain levels to be able to beat the waves, which was more fun in my opinion than the way they've got it designed now. The way they've got it designed is for numbnuts that don't want to play the game. But yeah, a couple of saves for our bases. Again, I'm never going to go into the game. Kixeye are too lazy, or the War Commander team are too lazy to bother with that. Same with the viewable attacks if you're offline, and the what they call it, spectator mode, watching a friend being hit and things like that. The only way we can do that in a minute, which is probably a good way of doing it, is through Discord, and then you go into the share screen mode, which is doable, but a lot of people don't use that. A lot of people only use War Commander, so it would make sense to put something like that in the game. I don't know if you guys got any ideas you might want to throw that Kixeye probably 100% won't put into the CC update, because all they're interested in is bunging levels and time and making sure we spend coin instead of making sure the game's fun. That's all they're interested in with these CC updates, and that's if you go back to the last 2 or 3, that's pretty much all it's been. They've hyped shit up that ain't worth the hype. Dragon's Teeth and Low Wires, they were the next best thing. They're dead in about 1 millisecond now. Airborne mines, you need a building for an airborne mine? No thanks. Another spawning building out of the Bastion, fucking shit that we don't need, literally don't need. Another building so your attacking units do what they should do in attack rather than die on deploy. You know what I mean? Fuck's sake. I tell you what, if they design the build, if they give us the building that give us a boost on attack, and we could go into the building and we could pick the way our units would, say we could pick out of 5 different formations, the way your units would deploy into a base. So instead of being all cramped in and all locked in together like Robin Hood's Merry Men, they've got some sort of formation like a proper army. That would be an interesting ploy. I would be interested in that, but just to give it a buff and then take it away with the Bastions, no thanks, no thank you. Anyway guys, I'd love to hear what you think about the CC. It's coming tomorrow, so I'd love to know what you think about that and what you think's coming, and some ideas that you don't think's coming but would be good to be put in the game. I'd love to hear it. Anyway, take care all, bye bye.